All right, pardon me, everybody, as I get situated here. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Sunday. All right, today is have a clove and a fucking coffee. My God, my sister loves the smell of these things because they actually smell like clove, like burning cloves. So she actually asked me to light one in the car the other day, so it smelled like we had incense. It was probably like, I probably laughed a little too hard at it because I'm just not used to somebody saying that. Can you please light one of your tobacco-free filtered cloves? Because it smells really good. I feel like somebody, if they ever get pulled over for like smoking weed, they'll just get to ask me to smoke one of these. My friend Ryan back in the day, because I always used to smoke menthols, used to ask me for a cigarette every time he saw me. He'd just look at me and go like, Whitney, can I get one of those menthols? As if he just knew he would wait for me to pull up with the menthols because he would never buy them himself. Anyways, people, it's going to be a great day. What up, Ryu? I have been working a lot and working on this apartment and working with my snakes, and my snake is staring at me right now because I sat down to do this and he thinks he's going to eat. And I don't know why, whenever he sees my face, he thinks he's going to eat, but it's never like that. So I don't know where he got that from, but anyways, let's roll the dice and see what's happening. Okay, so we have Neptune, we have Cancer, we have the 7th house. That's Libra. Hi. Hi. No? Okay. I just asked him if the smoke was bothering him, and that's why he's got his head up like that. And then he just shook his head no. So I'm like, I don't think he can smell this. I'm so anal with my animals. They're only allowed to smell marijuana smoke. That's it. Okay. Okay, so we could be dealing with, this could be somebody that you're dealing with that you have a very close relationship with, because the Cancer energy could be like house and home. You know, it's the 4th house, Cancer, where your roots, like where you're born, who you live with, who you're close with, if you have kids with them, something like that. So this could be just Cancer energy in general. And then with Neptune, kind of feels like there could be a secret with somebody you have a kid with, or secret. So I feel like somebody has a secret and the other person knows about it because they're fucking psychic and they can feel it. Their empathy might be going off right now. They might be feeling bad for this person, even though they're fucking lying to them. Like somebody that you married, possibly. Spiritual surrender. We have been dealing with the subconscious for a while now. You know, things that you just gotta, you know, put in the closet and try to forget about. So I feel like we've been kind of dealing with things that people have just been putting to the side, and, you know, because it was just easier, because life is really hard, right? And like your relationship might not be perfect, but I mean, unless somebody goes and does something, it's like you don't really want to go barking up somebody's tree if everything is okay. Just seems like starting a fight for no reason. But this is like somebody can't ignore something anymore, like because maybe their life has slowed down. So there isn't much to like keep them occupied now. So now they're realizing, okay, well, you know, maybe you travel for work a lot or something and you're not really home. I just saw somebody just went by on their bicycle super fast. So I'm thinking like, I don't know, maybe you just weren't around, or maybe you work out a lot, or you're at the gym all the time, or you're constantly exercising or something like that. So like your relationship kind of took like a back, you know, you kind of just put it on the back burner, like fuck my relationship for a bit. Like it's fine. Nothing's happening. So it's not getting good, but it's not sinking either. Could be something like that. All right, give me this 69 here. Yeah, 5 of Wands. Jesus, somebody's fighting with somebody. It's a whole battle royale going on right now. With the King of Pentacles. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now we're getting the plot here. The King of Pentacles is fighting. All right, well, here it is right here. The Emperor and the Empress just came out. I guess that's the fucking lovely pair themselves right there. Okay. So this man might have a couple of kids, might not have kids with this woman, but might have went into a relationship with kids and then got her pregnant as well. So there is like a bond in the family. This king, from the looks of it, is very... It seems like he's contemplating his entire life right now. Everything he did, okay, every move he made. And this Empress, okay, is like, I don't know, she is polishing up what she does. She might be working harder now. Okay, so it's like these two people, they seem to both have their mind on money. Okay, like they're both trying to make money, and the fight just didn't seem to matter because they were both making money. So it was confusing, but now it seems like something is on the move now. This woman's confused why this man is leaving, perhaps. The Tower! 7-7 on the clock. Well, somebody's getting kicked out. All right, somebody is being asked to leave the Tower, okay? Didn't even realize I didn't have my rings on. Yeah, see, 5 of Swords, Knight of Cups, kind of seems like somebody has been just pushed up against the wall a little too many times. And now I don't know if they're giving themselves this gift of like walking away from this Queen of Wands here, because it seems to be a man and a female. They keep coming up. Male, female, male, female. So clearly we're dealing, not saying that this can't be a different type of relationship, but I'm just saying it seems like there's one role being played here and then another role. And this woman, like, I'm not saying anybody's doing anything wrong. Like, I really don't feel like anybody's doing anything wrong. But there could be something with this feminine energy. Okay. They want to do something. Yeah, they want to do something that is not going to work out for them. And I think they think that they can leave the relationship and this man will come and fight for them or something like that. Like maybe this woman is playing games with this king or something, and they expect him to come marching back because they're together. But she is trying to do something else. I don't know. Now I can hear Matthew good. She's in it for the money. She's in it for the money. No love don't cost a thing. She's in it for the money. Yeah, like somebody's in it. I think somebody was in it for the money. And now that this Empress is like making her own money, or like she's got a store or she's working on something, now she feels like, okay, well, like I'm doing pretty good now. I can go on my own. I don't need this king anymore. I don't need this emperor anymore. Or she's going behind the emperor's back. Ace of Cups in reverse. With the Ace of Wands upright. Nine of Swords versus the Nine of Cups in reverse. I don't know. Somebody seems to be like, I feel like somebody is stepping out of the relationship. They're stepping out, which is the Cancer. They're stepping out of the relationship for some reason. That's the secret. Seventh house, somebody's relationship. Their private life is basically being exposed. This could be some type of situation that you got into with somebody, and it was possible that maybe they weren't, financially stable. And once they got with you, you guys both kind of stabilized each other, possibly. Okay. Yeah. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Like this woman is not stable. Okay. Like she's an empress because of this emperor. That's what I feel. Okay, because the emperor and the empress aren't necessarily together. So she is, again, like I hear, stepping out of the relationship. She's doing something. And now that she's making money or working and now she's stable, she's like, I can do whatever I want. But it's Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Like, I don't really think it's going to work out. There's the Ten of Wands in reverse. Like, I don't really think it's going to work out the way that she thinks it's going to. She's just going to be able to move on and just go make this life somewhere else. There's the creeper I just heard. Fucking Capricorn energy, okay? The devil. Like, something's sitting there in their subconscious. Like, I don't know if it's the devil playing some type of game on them. Like, oh, you can do this. You can take this man for all he's worth. You can take all his money. You can, send him packing. This will all work out. And then it's like she leaves. And then she's like, now what? Now she's just sitting there. Like she took the kid, she took her heart. She took all of her emotions. She took everything. And now she's just sitting there expecting that he's just going to come running again. And it doesn't really seem like he's doing that. He's sitting there. He's not moving. He seems to be wanting to move something for himself. Okay. She thinks he's going the opposite direction of her. He thinks, and then she also thinks that it's almost like I don't know if she's following this guy around thinking that he's going to show up. So now she's trying to put herself in his line of vision somehow, because he's not showing up and he's not doing what she thinks he's going to do. I don't know. Like maybe the guy went out and fucking, and she saw and he bought a bunch of flowers or something. And then she thought, oh, those are going to come to me. Those are for me. And it's like, no, they're not. No, he doesn't want to give you flowers anymore. He doesn't want to really do anything. Okay. So I think he's sick of this getting his back put up against the wall because of this relationship, because of this contract. I mean, with the 7th house and then the 4 of Wands, like that's a marriage. That was a ceremony. There was a ceremony here. There was something that brought these two people together or brought this union together. So could also be some type of spiritual surrender, kicking the devil out of your space, surrendering to, it's almost like a judgment. Yeah. Wow. The 10 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Like somebody's over something because of how they were treated. Like somebody was like seriously stabbed in the back and manipulated. Okay, possibly by the Empress. All right, anything else? Page of Wands, 4 of Swords. This could be somebody almost realizing that putting their walls up was possibly the only option. Even though it seemed immature and it seemed like maybe you blocked this person or something and it seems immature. It seems like, you know, why would you block somebody like that? Why would you put your wall up like that? Like, why would you defend yourself? It seems young, right? Like I said, immature. Like it seems like something a 16-year-old would do, okay, or a 13-year-old would do. But sometimes that's necessary on how to treat people. You know, like sometimes if they're not communicating with you properly and they're not respecting you properly, then unfortunately you have to turn to being a child and then treating them like, okay, well, you're not responding to me treating you like an adult. So now I have to kind of treat you like a child. Like I'm going to have to go a step farther with this, like you are an 8-year-old, like you are a 7-year-old, because for some reason you're not understanding. Okay. You're putting your ego in front of something, or you're putting your pride in front of something. You think you're allowed to do something when I'm trying to tell you you're not allowed to do it, but you're not listening to me. So now I have to treat you like a baby. Now I'm going to have to spell it out for you. Why are you doing this? You're not allowed. Just because somebody is an adult doesn't mean they're allowed to break the law. Doesn't mean they're allowed to come and spiritually attack you or do something to you or fucking lie in your relationship. Like, I don't know who the fuck people think they are, but like money doesn't give you status. That doesn't matter. You still have to tell the truth in your relationships. Doesn't matter how much money you have. Okay. Doesn't matter how much status you have in the community. You still have to tell people the truth. If you don't, you're going to get deemed a liar. You want to get deemed a liar? You're going to lose a lot of fucking respect in people, because as soon as they find out that you've been lying, they're going to be like, oh, well, maybe they lied to me and they told me all this bullshit. I wonder if they were lying to me too. You want to lose respect from people? Start lying. Okay. You want to lose respect from people? Start hiding a lot of secrets, right? Because all those people that are going to be in your corner are now going to leave if they think that you're turning against them, or if you're keeping information from them that makes it look like you're the good guy, but really you're the bad guy. People are going to figure that shit out. Right? They're going to figure out, like, were you summoned to leave, or, right, did you pack up your shit and go yourself? Right? Like what was this shutdown? Was this them doing something, or did you fucking chirp your mouth and then turn around and they threw all these swords at you because you didn't want to face the truth? Right? Whatever it is, it's like somebody's not facing something. Somebody's not facing something. Okay, they don't want to. They're choosing not to. They're choosing to look the other way. And like, honestly, ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is not going to get you somewhere. Again, even if it's a relationship, I mean, you can look the other way all you want if your partner's being a fucking idiot, but the second he starts breaking bitch, he's going to take you down with him. You can't just keep looking the other way with somebody. If you're in a relationship with them, you're in a contract with them. They start fucking around in that contract. You might have to pay that fucking debt that they're doing because you're in a fucking contract with them. They sign, you're in a team with them, right? If they start doing shit outside of the marriage, like whatever this was going outside of the marriage, they start doing shit like that, they're going to start deeming you a fucking fool. They're going to start deeming you an idiot. And then you're going to start getting angry. And that's the thing. When these karmics start making collective look like idiots and start making them look like fools, that's why they're karmics, because clearly somebody hasn't learned a lesson, because this person wouldn't be around you if you had learned the lesson maybe the first time or the second time. But the fact that somebody's not learning what this empress is doing, they're sticking with this and they're just turning a cheek, well, whatever, I'm not doing it, she's doing it. Yeah, but you got a fucking ring on your finger that says you guys are a team. Your team is over there right now stealing from somebody. Therefore, she's going to come back to your house with all her stolen shit, okay, and make it seem like she bought it, and you're going to put it up on your display, and you're going to put it around your house, and you're going to eat it, or going to do whatever the fuck it is that you do with things that people steal or saying that they bought, right? I don't know, whatever it is, right? And they're going to make it like collective that they just stole from. They're going to come after you because you're the one with the feet up on the table they just stole, right? It's like, you got to remember, you have to watch the teams that you're in, right? You have to watch the communities you put yourself in, the team members that you decide to marry or get into a contract with. Because, they say that a lot about cops. Because cops, it's a do or die in that industry, okay? A cop can come up against the fucking barrel of a gun pretty quickly. And if his partner's a fucking douchebag that doesn't, respect people, then that's the wrong community for them, because they are like brothers. Same with firefighters. They become brothers because their lives are on the line. Literally, even electricians, that work with the fucking power lines and stuff, they're one snap away from losing their life. If they don't have the right partner with them, if they don't have the right person that's looking out for them, they could die, okay? For some stupid fucking job. It's bullshit. But what do you think contracts are? What do you think marriage is? It's a fucking job. You get into it with a duty to protect, to love, to support, sickness, health, marriage. It doesn't matter through poor, through rich. You made that decision to do that. I don't understand why people put themselves in those positions and then suddenly they start going against their team members, right? They start going and then looking around in the marriage instead of fixing it. They start, trying to plan some other getaway instead of planning on fixing the relationship they're in, right? People are always quick to jump the boat, and especially people that think suddenly that they're going to get rich, right? Because they think, well, I've been married for this long. He owes me half his shit, so that I'm going to leave with half the stuff so I can start my life now. Like, so many people literally get into contracts just so then they can get a divorce and a nice, healthy little restart. And it's sad because that's what I'm getting from spirit. Okay, that women will do that women, and I actually do know somebody that if this next husband just breaks up with her, she'll just go and find a next one. She got married last time before her divorce was even finalized. She was already getting married again. Okay, they just couldn't put the paperwork through for like a couple weeks because she was still fucking married. Like, how desperate do you have to be to jump into another contract before your previous contract is even void? The double crossing of the contracts, that's the thing, is that there's a lot of collective out there dealing with greedy people that just take these contracts away from people when they've got fully functioning contracts already going that they don't want, that they're pissed off with. But let's add another one, right? Let's add another contract because clearly we don't have enough going on already and we hate our lives. But let's add something else, like people who can't stand relationships and then they go out and buy a dog, or they go out and they start a family and they get a baby and they think, oh, well, the baby will change our relationship and the dog will make us happier. Yeah, let's add a chore onto your relationship because that'll make it easier. Now you got to walk the dog and clean up the dog and clean up the dog's shit, and now you got to take care of your kid. But before, when it was just you and them in the relationship, that's all you had to deal with. Why would you put more on your fucking plate if you can't even deal with the person that you're fucking with or married to? You know what I mean? But that's the thing. When you're illusioned, possibly Neptune energy, when you're illusioned, you'll start signing these contracts, you start doing this shit because you're bored, you got nothing going on. You think, well, what's another contract? What's another this? What's another that? I got 5 minutes extra in my day. I can get another pet. I got 5 minutes extra. I've got an hour at the end of the week. I can pick up another job. I can pick up another relationship. I've got plenty of time. But you're not even holding down the fucking life that you got going right now. But why are you adding more shit to it? Right? But then again, I don't know if somebody's just suddenly getting independent independence, or they're just suddenly getting money or some shit like that. And that's why they're all of a sudden buying shit and doing all this stuff and thinking that they can just go out there in the free world. Like this world isn't free. Like even if you got, I don't know how much you get to divorces. Again, my sister's ex-husband bankrupted her and became a millionaire. So I don't really know how divorce is really supposed to work. But the way that I see it, you split 50-50 what you accumulate in that relationship when you're together. That's how I heard it was. But apparently, if you can just pay judges off, you can just get whatever the fuck you want, apparently. Okay, so I don't really know how it's supposed to work in the clean industry and the clean court system, but anything accumulated in a relationship becomes 50-50. Even my sister and I living together, we do everything 50-50. We pay everything, groceries, all 50-50. Bills, all 50-50. Rent, 50-50. Insurance, 50-50. Everything is 50-50. I don't make her pay for more. She doesn't make me pay for less, or make me pay more, or I make her. Sometimes if one of us isn't working, then the other one will pick up the bills, and then all of a sudden the other one will start working again. And then if the other one stops working and then the other one's working, then the other one pays the bills while the other one's looking for work. I mean, it always balances it out. But if you're not working good with a team, or if your team member is seriously fucking slacking and never picking up the slack, so you have to do 80% of the work all the time, guess what? I don't really think it's going to end up well for them. Okay, because if you're the one used to doing majority of the work, who the fuck do they think is going to do that work when they walk away from you? Again, the grass isn't going to be greener on the other side. But let them think that if it means that they'll leave you alone finally and stop with this secret bullshit, I'm in a wedding or I'm in a marriage because I really love you. No, you're not. You're in a fucking marriage so then you can get independence and go and do whatever the fuck you want. Because again, maybe this person works a lot. Maybe they're not home very often. Well, this bitch is fucking two-timing you. She's going out of the marriage so she could be having people come over as soon as you leave for work, right? Like, how the fuck would you know you're not there? Okay, so that's where this tower comes down. I think there's some woman that's using a house as like a fucking, as a sex hotel or something when their husband leaves, okay? Or other way around, the wife leaves, the husband opens up the sex hotel, whatever it is, but something fishy's going on. Okay, and I think that this man has a lot of fucking thinking to do about what he's going to do about this woman. Okay, stepping out of the relationship. And she, right now, is wanting, to plant a seed. She really wants to put this seed somewhere. Okay, so I don't know what it is, because usually that involves money, but sometimes when I see that pentacle, I see a fucking gold digger trying to get a kid out of a rich dude so then she can just, man, there was this one, I forget what actor was talking about his fucking alimony and child support a month. It was like 20 grand. I was like, that can't be right. $20,000 a month for alimony. Like, where's this bitch living? Beverly Hills? What the fuck? My dad's alimony and child support was like $500 back in the day. So who the fuck is getting $20,000? Okay, like what? Okay, so I don't know. Okay, be careful, because at the same time with this Seven of Cups, it makes me also a little bit worried that this person is so desperate that they're willing to pick anything. What up, Sarah? Okay, they're willing to just fucking roll the dice and just pick whatever they can. What is this? Where did this just... Okay. Three of Wands in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. Ace of Swords. Okay, so somebody obviously has got to get their shit under control and start making some decisions and start speaking the truth and going with the truth and stop lying to themselves about this woman and being a good woman and that... she's not going to do what I'm saying that she's going to do. I'm not saying shit. That's what Spirit's saying to me. Okay, I am just the messenger. Anybody that wants to fight against a psychic's channeled message straight from Spirit, just remember, we are just the messengers. We have to say it a certain way. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense, turn it off. But don't fight the message or fight the messenger because we're not saying something that you want us to hear or some shit. Just discard it. I don't know if somebody's fighting. me in the chat or something. I don't know. I feel defense. And you don't have to be defensive of something that possibly doesn't have anything to do with you. So if you're feeling defensive, that's something in your subconscious that is fighting the words that spirit is telling you right now because there's something going on and you won't lift it from your subconscious. So you're fighting me, which I'm just the messenger. Learn who you're fighting with. Okay? Because I mean, I think there's somebody else that's supposed to be taking somebody's hits and their displacement. Learn what that is. They're throwing their finger at other people because there's one bitch that's doing something, okay, and they're taking it out on everybody else except the person that's doing it. Okay, so be careful because somebody could tell you, hey, by the way, your wife, I saw her, she was making out with somebody, and this guy goes, fuck you, that wasn't my fucking wife, punches this guy in the face. Don't fucking shoot the messenger. Don't fucking beat the messenger up. He's the one coming to you trying to tell you that something's going on because he cares about you. That bitch that's sucking face with some fucking man on a street corner that just got caught, do you think she cares about you? No, but you're going to punch your fucking best friend out for telling you the truth? Be careful, because that's the thing, man. People will tell you the truth until you disrespect them. You disrespect them, you don't take that truth, that person's going to see your fucking woman around everywhere now sucking dick, ain't going to say shit to you. So be careful about shooting the fucking messenger, you know what I mean? Because eventually the messenger ain't going to tell you nothing. And then you can really live in your ignorance then, okay? Whoa. Ace of Wands, that's what I'm talking about, baby. And the Knight of Pentacles. I'm telling you, this fucking bitch wants to plant that pentacle, okay? And she's even willing to do it slow. I feel like this could be like the long con, okay? The long con. Those bitches, those people put a lot of fucking energy and a lot of time and a lot of fucking effort into those relationships because they know they're going to get something out of it in 10 years. Yes, 10 years. That bitch will suck your fucking dick for 10 years if she knows she's going to get a fucking payout. 20 years if she knows it's going to be that big. I'm watching one right now. Some little fucking skanky ass bitch is married to some fucking millionaire, fucking blows him every night, and she's going to get a yacht out of it and probably a whole brand new life. Do you think she cares about that 95-year-old she sucks? No. Do you think she gives a fuck if anybody's even talking shit about her? No. You know why? Because she's got a big fucking rock on her finger. She signed the contract, and now that guy's fucked. But do you think he cares that he's fucked? No. He's 89 years old or 98 or getting blown by some hot chick, and she's all over the internet. Okay, that's the thing. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful of what you get yourself into. Be careful of the big blonde bimbo tits girl that comes into your fucking life and wants a contract right away because she's in it for the long haul, bitch. Doesn't mean it's a good thing. Okay, now we got the fucking Six of Cups, which is really weird because it's making me think that like you know this person from the past. So, and that's even kind of worse. You think you know them, so you think, oh, okay, they're going to be a really nice person. I know them from the past. No, they just been hanging around your junk until you got single. So they can jump on it. Bam, 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 bam. Jump on it. That's all I can hear right now. Somebody wants to jump on that. What? You slip, fall, land on his dick? Yup. That's what they're hoping. Queen of Swords and the King of Cups. I'm telling you, this bitch is coming for this king. Okay? She's coming for him. She's staring right at him, and he doesn't know what to do. He has no idea what to do because this is a serious fucking conflict with this woman. Okay, this isn't just going to be a nice quickie divorce. This is something that's going to fucking sting. There's a lot of skeletons in this woman's closet. There's a lot of things that she's willing to do to keep this money and build her independence. That's the thing. She's trying to build her independence. She's not trying to build up this relationship. Okay, so remember that. Take the red flags if you see them. If this isn't fucking, if none of this makes sense to you, then don't fucking take it. Don't act like this is a personal message for you and I'm trying to fuck up your relationship. I have so much better things to do than that. Okay, like watch this show called Missing 411. I watched it a while ago, but I'm rewatching it because there's just these weird ass disappearances all over America. Okay, there's like 50 plus disappearances just in Yosemite Park. I don't know if anybody's been to Yosemite. It's a beautiful park, but it has probably the biggest disappearance rate of travelers. Biggest disappearance. Yosemite Park. Honestly, if somebody is like an avid camper in the States, look Look at the moon. The thing is with the parks in the United States, a lot of them are run by the same parks organization, and those people would not even respond to this man that's been doing these documentaries for years. He's been writing books actually for probably about 30 years on the most insane disappearances. Because like we went back all the way to 1958 of somebody disappearing. So he's been doing his research for a very long time, this man, written multiple books, and now they're doing a lot for TV. And some of these, like, I'm getting the goosebumps right now. Like, it's weird because where these people go missing, there's a cluster of them. Okay. Like if there's 3 or 4 or 5, it's usually indicated as like a disturbance. And the Parks of America will not release the disappearance. What would you call that? Manifesto. They will not release the amount of people that have gone missing. They say it would cost $1.4 million to get this list available for the public, which is bullshit. Okay, they're all one company. I don't know why it would cost $1.4 million to get a fucking list of who's gone missing. It's bullshit. Okay, so that just goes to show that a lot of these parks don't want you to know because they want you to keep coming so loved ones get taken. Okay, I spent a lot of time in the States. I spent a lot of time on the interstate. I spent a lot of time in my car, sleeping at different parks, different reservations. And I got to tell you, like, this was the time I went through the States at the time where they were filming Murder Mountain. So that was about 2007. Oh, man. I don't know, 2017 to 2019, possibly somewhere in there. We went to the States for quite a few months. That was when I was staying in Mount Shasta, and we went all through California. And California is where we stayed, literally on where they filmed Murder Mountain. And we slept in the car. And it was weird because the nights that we spent there in California in that particular spot, we actually had like almost a camouflage car. So where we parked it in the wilderness, against the rocks, you actually couldn't see us because the rocks were the same color as the car. So somehow, again, spirit works in mysterious ways. We were actually able to stay hidden in these national parks because we didn't pay. Obviously, who the fuck wants to pay? I get around that shit, especially if there's a cute ranger around. Hey, Ranger Joe. Okay, people just love me somehow. I don't know, but I can just get myself out of a ticket pretty fucking quickly, and I've never had to give a blowjob before, so riddle me that, Batman. I don't know. I've just got tricks with my mouth in a different way. I make people laugh. I don't know how I do it, but anyways, this fucking one, we only got caught by one Ranger Joe, and he you could see he was a little bit like, you girls can't be here. And that's the thing. We didn't realize in the States how crazy people were, that we would get these rangers that would be like, you can't be here. Like, this is not safe for you. And we'd be like, well, we come from Canada. They're like, yeah, I know. I can see your plates. It's not Canada. It's the States. And I didn't realize what he meant by that. How could there be such a difference between there and here? Yo, there is a huge difference. And I'm just like, I don't know. There was this one part in California where we were sleeping and there was a lot of redwoods, the old redwoods that are like, 5,000 feet tall. And the fucking trunks of them are like 10 people around. They're crazy. And when we got busted by one of the forest rangers, he told us literally, okay, in some type of code to go down to the rocks by the river because he doesn't check down there. So we were like, are you telling us to go down on the rocks? And he was telling us in code to go and sleep somewhere else so then he didn't have to see us and he wouldn't bother us. So we were like, okay, so we knew we were safe, right? But at the same time, it's the redwoods. So we had a really creepy night that night. I heard a lot of things outside the car, but I didn't wake up. We didn't get out of the car. We stayed in the car all night, woke up in the morning. We pulled back up onto like the main parking lot where we were trying to camp and we couldn't. And we went for a walk around the redwoods because it was huge. It was beautiful. It was like magical as fuck. Like, it's like it seemed like people hadn't even been there before. And carved in one of the cedars down the path, it said Eric Draven. And there was this huge crow that was in the redwoods, and it was only one crow. It was almost like they were territorial. There was one crow and one crow only, and he would make all this noise, and he would fly through the redwoods in the morning, and then you really wouldn't see him again until the night. I mean, we stayed there for a few days, and on the day 3, we found Eric Draven carved into the cedar. I'm getting goosebumps, and we're like, oh my God, the crow. And then the crow was squawking, I think, in the fucking tree, and we're like, oh my God, this is too magical. We got the out of there. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what's happening right now. This is too magical for me. I have to go. And then we moved and we went to Mount Shasta, which was even more magical. So don't even get me started on that. Okay. So just be very careful. Okay. If you're out there and just trying to get with nature, people will kill you in America. Okay. You want to come up here in Canada and chill out on the side of the road, one is going to bother you. But if you're in America, people will try to kill you. There was this one time, this man, I was stopped on the side of the road. Again, it was a country road. And I'm from Canada. That's what I do. And he was like, why are you sitting here? And I'm like, what the fuck? Mind your own business. He's like, no, you can't just sit. This is a private road. Blah, 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 with a gun. Always comes up and down this road. And he will shoot your ass. This is his road. And I'm like, what? I'm just trying to smoke a doobie, dude. I didn't want anybody coming down here with a gun. God, I'll leave your private fucking road already. Jesus Christ. Ain't nobody up here shooting anybody from going down a road. People, be careful, honestly. Foreign countries, okay? Beware of foreign countries. I just heard beware of foreign partners because apparently somebody does not know who they're married to. And, that really sucks because like you got married and everything and then you find out that your wife isn't who you think they are or vice versa. Like that's fucking terrifying. So be careful out there, people. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? I hope you guys are all having a great Sunday fun day. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we have this stupid wood floor in this apartment and it's really nice, but it's absolutely ridiculous. It's like porcelain. So everything breaks if it falls on it. So I keep breaking my pipe. So I had to go and buy a silicone pipe. This thing is huge. It is way too big for me. For one, that is way too big for my mouth. Look how big that hole is. Jesus Christ. I don't know. And then it's got this glass screen on it. But the screen like gets backed up so quickly because there's just little holes. And I punished myself because I kept dropping my glass pipes, and my last glass pipe was $45. Okay, and it just smashed on the ground the other day, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I am so clumsy, and it actually just rolled off my desk. It wasn't even anything I did. It just rolled off. So I bought myself a silicone one. I like glass. I am not impressed, but I'm going to use it for now. But let me tell you, I'm not happy. I am not happy with my current pipe. And it's a peace pipe, and you're supposed to love your peace pipe, but I don't really like this one. But I'm grounding myself so I don't waste any more money. My God, these things go out fast. All right, people. I'm going to do one more reading, 45. All right. Make sure you like that video, everybody. YouTube and I, we have a very abusive relationship. and YouTube does not let people on my show, and I don't really know why. So we have to fight against YouTube and giving us views. So anybody who likes the video, may the power be with you today. And thanks to my moderator for keeping the chat under control. You know what I've noticed? We haven't had too many robot infestations lately, which is nice. They're leaving us alone. Because you know why? I think a lot of the robot squads that are out there, I think they're starting to like us. So they're not attacking us anymore. They must be starting to believe in spirit. It's working, everybody. It's working. Oh my God. So I started listening to Lloyd Banks. Okay, easy. Oh my God. So back in the day, obviously fucking G-Unit back in the day, okay, Lloyd Banks. And I would always wait for the Lloyd Banks parts to come on because I love his voice. He's got a great voice. So the other day I came home and I got home pretty late. So I decided to put my headphones on, have a concert in my bedroom and try to find some new songs and shit. So Spirit was like, look up Lloyd Banks. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to look up Lloyd Banks. 20 years later, I'm going to look up Lloyd Banks. He's got 900 CDs, by the way. This man's been putting out fucking music every year for the last 20 years. Had no idea. His latest album is called The Six of Swords. Holy fuck. I sat up listening to it, the whole almost start from finish. Fucking love it. Oh, I'm into Lloyd real hard. I have this song in my head right now, I'm So Fly. That was one of his very first albums that he ever put out. I'm probably 20 albums behind. So I have a lot of Lloyd Banks to listen to, and I am stoked. I can listen to Lloyd for hours. The other day I put him on shuffle. I took it off shuffle so I could just listen to Lloyd. I'm like, fuck G-Unit. I'm listening to Lloyd Banks from now on. I don't like G-Unit. I try to like it because I love Lloyd. And I'm just I can't listen to G-Unit anymore. I don't know. 50 and I don't like 50 that much. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't know. So anyways, if somebody's looking for a new hip hop fucking machine, download Lloyd Banks. Basically, every song that Lloyd touches is amazing. And that's the same with this other MC I listen to. His name is Vinny Paz. Honestly, any song, my sister has realized who Vinny is because every song that Vinny produces himself, I don't know if he produces them himself, but any song that he makes himself and releases himself is good. Anything that has Vinny's name on it is guaranteed to be a showstopper. All right, he always nails the beat. That's the thing. You got to nail the beat. And MCs have a really hard time with their beats. And for some reason, Vinny Paz, his fucking beats, I love all of them, which means I like the song. If I don't like the beat, I don't like the song. I don't like G-Unit's beats. It's too hip-hoppity, dance till you drop, yo, drink a cup of cocoa. It's stupid. I don't like it. Lloyd Banks, oof. You want a professional in the building? You call Lloyd Banks or Vinny Paz. And you will get a professional delivered right to your door, possibly Illuminati free. Possibly. I don't know about Lloyd Banks. I don't know if he got out of the industry, you know what I mean? I don't know if he got out of it or not. He was definitely in it. I don't think Vinny Paz has ever been a part of that, so I don't know. I don't know if he is a part of those we don't speak of. Anyways, Hip Hop 101 crushed for the day. I have to pass on my wisdom to you guys because, Jesus, put on the Six of Swords and do some housework. Woo! I'd rather die. Oh, what? I'd rather live fast than die slow. Oh, it's such a good album. You will not regret Six of Swords. Plus, it's called the Six of Swords. Hello. Clearly, Lloyd likes the tarot. That's a tarot card. Okay. Last message, people. I'd rather live fast than die slow. I am in love with Lloyd Banks. Everybody just write it out there in the building. Lloyd Banks is my new husband. All right, General, here we go. Take what resonates. People. Okay, so the instant thing that I'm picking up on with these cards is the color. So I'm really getting like the root chakra and then your intuition, the yellow chakra. Okay, so I don't know, and then your throat chakra. So I have a feeling that I'm almost getting like a Six of Cups energy here with the pet cemetery. I feel like somebody's coming back from the dead. Okay. And with Psycho, I almost kind of feel like, did you hear my voice just change? That sounded like somebody else. Who the fuck was that? Whoa, that was weird. Okay, so we have shock. Like I feel like with Psycho, whoever this is that comes back from the dead, they are in it to win it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if this person before, it doesn't have to necessarily mean romantic or something, but I feel like whatever this is with this card, I feel like somebody is, if they were in the past very withdrawn, didn't really tell you how they felt, didn't really communicate with you very much, my God, are they going to now? I don't know if they realized how much they fucked up, but it's like they have, I almost feel like too with the pet cemetery, I feel like they've got a new perception on something. Like they might have died and came back, you know, like whatever that is, whether it's literally, you know, heart restarted, whether it's something like a Scorpio death transformation in some way, they're sober now. They could have had some type of addiction. They could have, I mean, they even could have had a shitty personality, right? They were addicted to being a prick, being an asshole to everybody, being an asshole to you, hiding back their feelings, not telling you what they did. They might have been a liar. They might have been really unconfident with the moves that they made back in the day. So they didn't really ever tell you the truth about what they were doing. So you were constantly dealing with somebody that like, are you going to tell me the truth today? Or like, are you really going out with your friends? Or are you really going to do this? You know, obviously somebody had a really hard time telling the truth. Okay. And let me tell you, I was a lot the same. Okay. Especially in my 20s, there wasn't really a whole lot of times where I told the truth. But the reason why I was a liar was because I was raised by liars. I did not realize I was even lying. Okay. And I know that sounds fucked up to say, but now I don't tell a single lie ever. I don't need to lie. So that's why I know that the way that I was as a 20-year-old, right? Especially, I mean, 13, 14, 15, even at work, I lied, right? I constantly lied to my bosses. I constantly lied to my parents. And the thing was, the reason why I lied so much was because for years I told the truth and nobody ever listened to me. They always just said I was lying. So, and then I watched them lie to their spouses, especially my father. He lied to his wife all the time about ridiculous stuff, like just going out and getting a burger. You know, if he had some cash, he would like take us to go get a burger or something like that. And Cindy would say, like, she would ask, like, oh, what'd you do today? And he'd be like, oh, you know, we just had some lunch at home. And, you know, he even lied, like he lied to his wife about everything. everything. Okay. My mother lied to her husband about everything, to the point my mother would lie so much that she would actually even like throw some type of tantrum as she was lying to make the lie more believable. So I came from pathological liars. I mean, to my step parents, to my blood parents, to even my relatives around, right? It was always, wipe things under the rug. Don't talk about the truth. Nobody needs to know what happened to you today. You can shut the fuck up. We're going to talk about things that don't matter, like the weather and the Blue Jays. Why would we want to know about your stupid life and existence? Like my family would be known as the ignorant family, like unless it was the news or the weather, don't fucking talk about it. Okay. Because they don't want to know anything unless you're so successful. And even still, I mean, they wouldn't want to know about all your successes. They wouldn't be able to handle it. They'd shut you down, because somebody would get angry that you were too successful, because these are people that worked on the line their whole lives. Okay. These are people that, did the safe thing and got the pensions and got the wives and had the kids and made these, protective little lives, right? They tried to make everybody safe and protected in this little bubble. But the thing was, that's not a protective and safe place to be. A bubble and secluding yourself or blocking your family off or thinking that you're doing something good for them when they need society, they need to know what's going on. It's almost like maybe somebody dumbified you. They didn't fully tell you the truth, as if they didn't expect you to be able to handle it. That could be another part with this person. Like now they're going to be more honest with you. They're going to be more forthcoming with you. They're going to, they're not going to be, maybe this was constantly scared they were going to hurt your feelings or something if they told you the truth, which again is bullshit, because somebody is not allowing you to have your reaction, right? They're controlling your reaction because they're going to say that you don't know how to deal with it, or they don't know how you're going to deal with it, so they won't tell you. Again, so they're willing to lie to you because they don't know how you're going to take it when they tell you the truth. Okay? So clearly it's a lot of, from the sounds of it, a lot of fucking manipulation. And it starts off with scream in reverse with the call. That's how this whole thing started off. And I feel like this person has been wanting to call you and communicate with you possibly for a while, and they haven't been. Because obviously maybe they don't know where to start. Maybe they don't know how to say something. Okay, they're clearing their energy from the looks of it. Okay, so maybe they're trying to clear people away from them. Maybe they're trying to clear. Oh, okay. There was this song called Bad Blood by a band called Bear's Den. And he's talking about how he had to stay away from somebody because he had to clear all the bad in his blood. Okay, so obviously he had some very torturous thoughts and things from the past, possibly to do with his mother or his family, that he needed to clear away so that he could come back one day. Okay, and reemerge himself as the genuine, emotional human being that they really want to be. They, like I said, they could have been really blocking off their feelings, something to do with their parents. I don't know, maybe their mom was just a fucking psycho, she really wasn't, I just heard very headstrong, so not really in their emotions, naive, overkill, overthrow. So somebody, was very possibly naive about their own feelings. And now they're lonely. Okay, like they're getting lonely without you. Okay, banking and financials. What the fuck? Polish. They're evil as fuck. Somebody's been dealing with somebody very evil. And there's the slow ass night. So, okay. So obviously whoever this person is, what I'm getting is they've been dealing with somebody that is very evil, possibly attacked their banking and financials. Possibly, again, the woman from the first reading took all their money or something like that. Okay. So they're dealing with clearing this person out, which is possibly why when they come back, you're going to be like, what the fuck are you doing here? Okay. There's illness. Okay. So Cujo did want to come out. So it's possible that this person was really sick. Okay. Whatever this relationship was with this person, you know, they come back from the dead for a reason, because I really do feel like they killed themselves off in some way to get rid of this relationship. There's Asia. So obviously something is pretty big. Okay. It explains that something is very large at hand. Asia is what? The biggest continent? Okay. So this could be, I just heard, the biggest bitch. Okay. That's very hard to escape. Okay. So maybe you had to fake your own death. This is just the analogy. Okay. And then romantic one night stand. It's possible that this person actually cheated on this person, so then they would break up with them because they couldn't get away from them any other way. The only way that they could do it was, obviously they tried multiple ways. The only way to do it was to kill it. So they could have been starting to sleep with other people, started to have one night stands, and then this person finds out about it and then finally leaves them, so then they can move on with their life. It's almost like somebody's been blocked from you. Maybe that's why the call is in reverse. Lower class? Someone's blocking your call from coming through. African American? Act of violence. There's Germany. And then the fight back card in reverse. High Priestess. Holding back. Okay. So spell work. The fuck? Dangerous. Okay. So there's Mexican. Property and land. And Sammy. Landlord. Okay, I do think somebody is gay here. They could have been possibly a closeted gay, or they were gay and then cheated on them with a straight person. Okay, but there's a landlord. Okay, and then there's Sammy. That's what makes me think somebody could possibly be gay, is Sammy from Reality Bites. Okay, is scared to tell his parents that he's gay. He's scared to even notice that he's gay. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe this person they were in a relationship really was gay and they're just hiding. I don't know. But it's an act of violence. There's an act of violence here that involves possibly somebody's property and land and banking and financials. Okay, Mexican, and then jealous ex. That is a little alarming to me, a little disturbing. Okay, because there's Vicky, and Vicky, again, Reality Bites. Vicky's the one that sleeps around. And that's why I think somebody is sleeping around to get this partner to go away, you know, because they keep hanging on. This person obviously doesn't want them anymore. So they literally are cheating on them. They're fucking around. They're going around just to get this person to go away. They're like, hello, I'm sleeping with somebody right now. Like, and you're still calling me? This fucking bitch is crazy. Okay, so spell work, and then the 7 of Wands, where I'm like, somebody might get defensive and like cast a spell on you for leaving them because they're so fucking jealous that you're with somebody else and they can't do anything about it. I mean, there is a High Priestess here and there is a fucking landlord. So I don't know if your ex is your landlord or if your ex's parents are your landlord or some shit like that, but I would get the fuck out of there. I wouldn't live with there anymore. I would leave. Leave. Troy Dyer is the whole cast of Reality Bites coming out now. All we're missing is Lelena, literally. There's Troy, and Troy goes from pillar to post, right? He gets kicked out of his apartment because he can't pay his rent, so he goes and stays at Lelena's. Lelena doesn't want him to stay, so he says he'll go to a fucking shelter. So I don't know if this man now is going from, you know, house to house to house just to get away from this woman. Maybe he's staying at the one-night stands with these. Maybe that's why he's having one-night stands, because he's got no live, because he's got to wait for this chick to move out of his house. Jesus Christ. Okay, I did see Dutch And I did write Dutch there, but I changed it because I had 2 Dutch cards by accident. Can you tell I'm Dutch and I'm a narcissist? I'm totally kidding. I'm not a fucking narcissist. Okay, but there's Dick. Okay, so the thing is I feel like, so this woman, or I'm just going to say she's a woman just for the sake of argument, okay? This woman, the thing is, these 2 people came together, and now this guy is leaving, and she doesn't understand why. Okay, but clearly she's a lesbian, or she's a closeted freak, or something is going on with her, and she's no longer in the relationship. So that's why this guy who's been trying to break up with her, okay, who could possibly be her landlord, okay, like he could own the house and she moved in, okay, has been sleeping around with all these other people just to get out of the house because she won't leave. And he can't fight back because he understands that he left the relationship and kind of just left her dangling. And so he's got like sympathy for her, but at the same time, she's not getting it. So he's like, how much sympathy am I supposed to have for this person who's not understanding that I don't want to be with them anymore? It might not even mean that he doesn't love her anymore. He might still care about her, but he's just over it. He's just over it. Doesn't mean he doesn't still love the bitch. He might still, but it doesn't mean he wants to be with her. Okay, stay-at-home parent. Maybe that's why she's going crazy, because she's staying at home and he's out working or some shit. You played me. So she thinks she's getting played now by this person. This seems very dramatic. There's the narcissist. I knew it was going to be there. There's that narcissist written all over it. And then the lightning fast card. So Uranus, fire angry, happy moments, eye for an eye, and witchcraft. I'm telling you, I feel like this bitch is going to put a fucking spell on somebody for walking out on them. Ace of Wands stayed on the bottom of the deck twice. Did you see how many cards is in here? You saw me shuffle. This was on the bottom of the deck before. I didn't take it because I really didn't want to spark this reading any more than what it needs to be. Okay, but clearly somebody wants to fucking spark it. There's Irish. And the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. This person is very unstable. And you know the Irish, very thick-headed, drunk, okay? Definitely anything from being passive-aggressive. Those people are just fucking aggressive. Okay, so whoever this woman is, they are going to start something, or they plan on starting something with this Ace of Wands. Okay, there's the Joker, 9 of Wands. See, she feels mistreatment. She feels like this king is, there's the United Kingdom. There's a war. They want money. Jesus Christ. Be careful. Okay. I don't know. Okay. You might have to offer this person a lot of money to leave you alone. I mean, we did have lower class. I don't think this person has a lot of money. And I think that it's possible that that's why they're holding on to this other person, because maybe this other person has money. I mean, maybe they're their landlord, right? And they fall in love with somebody that owns the building, and then they start banging this person who owns the building. And now all of a sudden, you know, because they think that they own the building, then they've got money. So they get into a relationship with this person, and now this person doesn't know how to get out. The only way to get out of it, from the looks of it, to spare yourself from witchcraft and spell work, is to write this bitch a fat check and move on with your life. Okay, and that's the analogy of it. Because that's what they're going after. It's like they want stability. They want to be taken care of. And like they don't maybe understand that that's not exactly what a relationship. You don't just get into a relationship to get taken care of. But clearly they did. And they're taking it very personal. They're a spiritual practitioner. They're taking it very personal now that this person is choosing to move on. So it could be the fact that maybe somebody opened up their third eye, okay, and now they're going the more spiritual way, and this person is very closed off, okay? They're very dedicated to the cause of ripping people down and taking their money, okay? So this person might be, you know, that they're dealing with, I feel like somebody's moving on to bigger and better things while this person just wants to stay at home, right, and kind of hold them back. That's not a happy moment for somebody sitting at home, okay? They don't want to just sit at home. That's not healthy. So where's that card? Obsessed. They have some type of obsession with this person. And they're jealous. There's the jealousy card again. So we've got 2 cards out here that say that this person, somebody is very, very jealous of what is about to happen or what is happening already. That's why I'm like, man, if the analogy is to just get rid of this person some way and they're not understanding because they want money. Institution. I think they need to be institutionalized. I really think this person needs help. Like to automatically just suddenly do witchcraft and spell work on somebody because they don't want to be with you anymore is fucked up. That's not the psyche of somebody that is doing well. You know what I mean? That's somebody that, okay, so I watched this documentary on this guy. Okay, this girl goes missing and they find out who did it. And okay, so this is the story that he gives police. He says that a girl was in his apartment playing with a gun and she shot herself in the face. Okay, instead of calling the cops, he took this weird kitchen meat carving knife and hacked her body up, okay, cut her arms off, cut her head off, cut her hands off, cut her feet off, dismembered her, goes and tells his parents about it, hides the torso in the basement of his apartment that he's renting out. Cops find the body thanks to his roommate that could smell the corpse. Calls it in. They bring this motherfucker into the cop station. He goes, well, she shot her face and killed herself and I didn't know what to do. Okay, if you didn't know what to do and if you didn't have anything to do with it, you would have called 911 and had the cops come. But the fact that you dismembered the poor lady and then sent her, limbs all around the state kind of makes it seem like you're a little fucking psycho, okay? So how about we just stop with the malarkey of you're just a great guy and this was all just a misunderstanding, okay? Like that's what I'm getting. This person needs help. They need an institution. They need to talk to somebody that says, you're not allowed to go and light somebody's house on fire because they broke up with you. I know. But you're still not allowed to do it. Okay? And I feel like that is almost how dumb this is, that somebody, has to play this game with this person just to break up with them. Okay, right? It's crazy because it's like, so this guy breaks up with you and then it's almost as if to say the analogy would be that they kidnapped him and forced him against his will because heaven forbid they leave you and go for somebody else, right? And I really feel like somebody is just not happy, okay? They're not happy with the fact that somebody that they really like doesn't like them back anymore. And I don't know if this is some type of warning for somebody to be careful because I feel like it's a feminine energy that is about to go crazy. But I don't know for sure because it's just a general message. Messenger is on its way. So there's news on its way to somebody. Okay, it could be this person. All right, they could be wanting to reach out to you or something like that. And you're trying to I feel like whoever this person is, they're trying to get with somebody else. Okay, while this psycho is like on their ass. Okay, so you might get news. This might have some, obviously it's got something to do with you in some way. So you might get news, like somebody might message you or whatever, and like, I don't know, ask you to go out or something like that, or like talk to you or something like that. Please ask them if they have a boyfriend or a girlfriend at the moment, or if they've just broken up with somebody, because that could be the cycle that's about to possibly come knocking on your door because now their boyfriend isn't coming home anymore. And it's Troy Dyer, right? So again, like he hooks up with Elena. Like I said, he hooks up with Elena. That's like his lifelong friend, right? So, I mean, Troy goes through a lot of bitches, okay? And then he realizes that that's really all he wants is Elena. And Elena's not even here. So that's what's funny is Elena's the only one that hasn't shown up, okay? So I don't know. It's almost like maybe you haven't even shown up to the, maybe you haven't even gotten onto the movie yet, okay? You haven't shown up on the scene yet. There's Italian stallions coming in hot and heavy. There's love. And there's America, northern states. All right, take it if it resonates. And then we got Ace of Cups. I'm telling you. And then single. And then there's stalker on this side. Okay, but it was on this side, so it's okay. Although I do possibly feel like this ex is kind of like stalking somebody, and maybe not necessarily stalking them, but I do feel like they don't want to move out. They don't want to move on. They could be coming by this guy's house every night. They could be calling him all day. They could be messaging him. They could be tracking him. Tracking him? Oh, that's creepy. As above, so below. Okay, so I don't know. There's Lelena on the bottom of the deck. Lelena Pierce has shown up. She was hiding her straight to the heart. Is there a Lelena Pierce? Oh my God, Lelena showed up. Okay, the whole cast is fucking here. Okay, you're on scene now. Okay, the movie is well on its way. So there is definitely, okay, whoever you're about to hook up with from the past or something like that, they have had a fair share of an abusive relationship. Like I almost feel like whoever this person is that they left, I almost feel like they beat them. Like they might have hit them a lot. Okay. They have a lot of money trouble and they are trying to hold on to this man. But this man, and this is just the analogy, this man is trying to come towards you. Okay. This is Lelena's Troy Dyer. Okay. Like, so this Troy is trying to get to Lelena. Okay. It's something about the past. Okay. And, once Troy steps on scene into Lelena's life, Troy's going to actually tell Lelena how he feels. So, and like you notice that Troy doesn't say anything. Troy really holds back for as long as he can until she starts dating that dude. Okay. And once she starts dating Ben Stiller, I forget his name. Once she starts dating him, then Troy really figures it out that like he's got something for her that he never realized. Okay. And then he gets heartbroken, but he gets angry. And there's demonic. Okay, so there's definitely some type of demonic predator that is associated with who this person's trying to leave behind. Whether or not they have demonic attachments, they are some type of a predator. So they could be stalking this man. Okay. Again, they're abusive. So abusive comes in a lot of different forms, right? They could be abusive towards this person's privacy. And I was going to talk about, okay, so there's a setting in your phone. If you go to settings and you go to storage, that's how mine is set up. It might be different in yours. If you hit storage, it shows how much storage is being stored on your apps. If you hit that storage button, your apps will suddenly appear and it will show you how much storage is in each app. Okay. Now, if you have a virus in your phone, if you have somebody that's in your phone, if your phone is draining, if your battery is draining really quick, if your phone is getting overheated, somebody else is in your phone. Okay. You need to go through your apps and wipe them. Okay. You can clear your cache, which sometimes if the virus is in the cache, you just have to clear your cache, which it says right there, clear the cache on the app, and you clear it. Okay. This will stop people from even having to buy new phones. The thing is people's phones get so backed up with their apps because they don't clear their apps, simply because they don't want to sign back in again. If you know your passwords, people, clear your fucking apps, because, and I know for a fact, stuff like Instagram, there are third parties that sign into that app. If they're signed into that app, they get signed into your phone. Even if you have that authorization shit, it doesn't matter. Third parties still get into your apps. They will slowly shut your phone down, but there's a way to cure this. All you have to do is clear your settings. Okay. It doesn't restart your phone. If you clear your Instagram app, then yes, you're going to have to sign back in again, but you might have just cleared out 20 fucking different profiles that were signed into your account that were making your Instagram move slow. Like if your apps are moving slow, you need to clear your phone. Okay. There's also Google settings under manage your account where third parties can get in. Check the third party, see if there's third parties signed in, stuff like Indeed, stuff like Canvas, anything that you use your Google account to sign into will be signed into your actual Google Play account. You need to get those third parties out of your phone. Okay. There's also another way to check if somebody's signed into your phone. There's a third party interference. And then there's also how many devices are signed into your phone. Check that shit out. It's all under your Google. If you don't understand what I'm saying, Google it and get an understanding of how to clear your settings in your phone. Okay. Because I do feel like, especially if this is a girlfriend or a boyfriend that somebody had, you would have given them access to your phone. Therefore, they can download things into your phone that you would never even know was there, and they're tracking you. Okay. You can even take your phone to a Best Buy, okay, or to your Rogers or whatever, and you can actually physically get them to go through each app with you on how to clear them, how to reset them, and how to see if other people are signed into your phone. Because to be honest, it's more popular than you think. Okay. It's more common than you think. You do not have to be a celebrity or a blue dot or a known fucking channel for shit to be signed into your phone. It's computer. It's not personal. Okay. So please be careful because this could be personal. They're also, I'm hearing a ring cam account. There could be a ring cam account that somebody's girlfriend is still signed into. Reset the password, sign out all accounts. You can see, again, even with Amazon devices that are signed into your accounts, sign out of those devices. Make sure that there's nobody else in your phone, in your computer, in your laptop, in your iPhone, in your iPod, in your car. Okay. Honestly, I know that sometimes this automatic stuff makes it seem like you're saving time by not signing in. Honey, for the 10 seconds it takes to sign back into your apps, please start signing out of them and clearing your apps, especially the Facebook, the Instagram, the WhatsApp. I always, even Spotify, I like to delete the app permanently. I will slide it off my phone. Trust me, you have an account. All your info's still going to be there. And then I re-download Spotify because sometimes the app itself, if there's something in the app, you can't clear your cache and get rid of it, right? You have to clear the app altogether, delete it off your phone, delete it off your tablet, and then re-download it. You wouldn't believe how big your Instagram apps get. Bitch, that shit is downloaded with like 126 megabytes. Okay. The other day I signed in to see, actually you don't have to sign in. All you have to do is hold the app and then your info will come up. And the app was like 1.2 G's big. Like, it's supposed to be 126, you know what I mean? So I deleted the app and I re-downloaded it because something had gotten into the app. It's not in the cache. It's not in my user data. It's in the app. So you got to delete it, re-download it. This shit takes no time, people. Honestly, okay? And it could get one of your exes out of your fucking phones quick. I mean, if you don't care that your ex is following you around and being a super creep stalker, then don't listen to any of this. But if you maybe want to know if somebody's in your phone, then you need to go through your phone individually. And sometimes, like, especially with the downloads and upgrades and stuff, they'll your phone provider will put different apps on your phone depending on the update that you do, but you can always get those apps double checked by people who work at service centers. Like, do I need, like, there's this weird administrative web viewer or something that was on there the other day, and I was like, web viewer? What the fuck? Why do I need a web viewer? So I disabled it. I don't know what it is, but my phone is still working okay. So there could be apps on your phone that are going right now. Don't need to be going. Okay. And if your phone is moving really slow and it's overheating and the battery is draining on it quick, you might have 5 or 6 different people on your phone right now. And the thing is, what's so funny about it is these people probably don't even know you. Some of them could, because there's obviously stalker exes that get into your phones, but these other people, they're just normal people. Like, I had this way of viewing the internet on a projector that I had, and I was like going through Netflix or something on my projector, and suddenly somebody's cell phone screen was on the middle of the projector. Okay, just their screen. It was really weird. It was over top of my screen, and they were scrolling through their phone messages. And I was like, I unplugged it right away. I was like, what the fuck was that? Whose phone is that? And then I realized, I had to block out the internet stick that I was using because somebody was in it as well. Okay, so again, like, I don't think they knew me. They were looking at movies, or they were looking at their phone, and they were just watching whatever I was watching. I don't fucking know how it works, but like the Bluetooth sync up, find your device thing, honestly, the most safety cautionary thing you could do is still plug your phone in. Okay. It's a known fact that Bluetooth is very bad for you. Okay. Again, you think 2 seconds to set your AirPods up. Guess what? Back in the day, 2 seconds to put your headphones on. Okay. Probably save you a lot of electricity and a lot of brain waves. Okay. So just be careful with obviously some things that are around somebody. I feel like there's an ex-boyfriend, possibly a stage 5 clinger, that has gotten into somebody's electronics. Okay. And if you're planning on seeing somebody else and dating somebody else, then just know that, like, it might be just a good cautionary thing to just clean your apps out and clean your phone out. Do a little spring cleaning in your phone or in your iPods or something, or in your Ring cams, because yes, they're you broke up with them and you think they're signed out, but they might not actually be signed out. Okay. So anyways, have a wonderful day, everybody. My throat is starting to go on me, so I am going to peace out. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for being here. I hope it resonates. Thank you for liking the video. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take everything that resonates and discard everything that doesn't. We know these are general readings. And for your personal readings, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. Sorry about that. That's how you get in touch with me. All right. Peace out, everybody. Thank you, Steven.